Hey, Justice Warriors. It is Sunday, December 11th. It's about 12:30 almost. I was just taking a quick break from my project that I'm so diligently plugging away at to address my lovely, lovely justice seekers. Um, I wanted to mention a couple of things that I find really, really significant and promising. First of all, with the case for Kiely Rodni's justice, Ms. Kiely Rodni, finally, as I'm sure you guys all know, that the video footage of the rest of the interview with Nick that AWP had has been released. I think that's a very, very positive thing. I think there'll be some ramifications from that, and I'm extremely hopeful for justice for Kiely. So I don't know when it's going to be publicly released. It was just released for the members only, and I did renew my membership just so I could watch it. And not sure if I'll keep that membership because of the whole mess with Jared, but we'll see. I'm really glad that they released it. Whatever their reasoning was behind it, I'm just glad, glad, glad. So that's great. I wanted to address with the problem with the situation there in Moscow, Idaho, the problem being that you still have a crazed, freaking, bloodthirsty killer or killers at large. And the police chief addressed that issue concerning the graduation ceremony that they had yesterday. So he said that they were beefing up security, which is exactly why I thought that they'd probably have an arrest made before the weekend so that a crazed, bloodthirsty mass murderer would not have an opportunity to hurt anyone else or himself before being apprehended. So I'm extremely disappointed that there's still no arrest. It doesn't look like there's an arrest on the horizon. Hopefully there is, and it's just being kept under wraps. I can't imagine these families continuing like this for much longer, let alone the entire community, right? That police chief really concerns me with his priority of driving the moving truck when they took the victim's personal possessions away from the house of horrors to get them back to the families. He could have hired anybody in the entire area to drive that truck, and he could have just been standing by supervising. But the fact that he found it in his purview to that be his priority, that he's out there driving that truck when there's not an arrest and there's crazed killers at large, it's just baffling to me. It's absolutely baffling. So I'm not happy with him at all. I'm sure a lot of people are not happy with him at all. Um, Seeing him cry on camera, that doesn't do it for me. For him to say, oh, this is so hard because I have daughters too. Oh, there was a young man that was killed. Are you saying that these people were possibly killed because they're female? Are you? It's almost what it sounds like. And I think it's very possible, quite possible, that they were killed because they were female, that the killer knew that 4, 5, or 6 women would be in that house and that he could kill them all. And he ran into a guy who might have fought him and thwarted his plan, and 2 were unhurt, unassaulted, 2 of the people in that house. So, I put up some questions on the community board yesterday about just wondering if Kaylee's ex-boyfriend ever tried to return her 10 phone calls, her 6 phone calls, Maddie's 3 phone calls, and then the 10th phone call that did come from Kaylee. Oh man. Um, did he? Did he did he forget to try to return their phone calls? What was he doing when the police were swarming his ex-girlfriend's house? Was he home? Was he watching? Did he come running over and say, oh my God, what happened? These are the things that are extremely significant in the investigation. There's a lot of information in the answers to these questions. So I am wondering if these girls were targeted basically as a misogynistic homicide. Ethan happened to be collateral damage, caught in the crossfire, so to speak. And if it was a hate crime, if it is a hate crime, then there's a lot of resources that will become available to law enforcement in solving this riddle and fighting this crime. So that needs to be deliberately identified or ruled out if it's not considered a hate crime. But it looks to me like it's quite possible that it could be. And that comment from the police chief saying, well, I have daughters, why would that be relevant when there were females and a male that were murdered? I mean, just being a parent of anybody, a kid, male or female, should give you the compassion and the empathy that he's talking about. But I just think it's concerning that he is making this about him. That's my concern. That's my bottom line. And let me just say here that everything I say is my opinion only. It's purely for conversation, speculation, opening up a discussion, and hoping that it can be educational. I certainly like to include entertainment because it's made for YouTube. However, it is not my, it's not what I set out to do. I certainly don't set out to entertain. So I'm just wanting to throw this video out there into the ether and ask you guys to think about what the hang up is. Why are we coming up on a month? A month. 2 more days, the day after tomorrow, and it's exactly a month. I pray for an arrest. I think that's about all I wanted to say in today's short video. And please hit the like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. I apologize for the kind of dryness of this video. I'm just kind of having a dry weekend with my academic deadline encroaching quickly upon me. And I think I'll meet it. I think I'll beat it. It's Thursday the 15th, and I think I'll probably have this sent in Tuesday, hoping sometime Tuesday. I was shooting for tomorrow, but it's a big project, so want to make sure I dot all my I's, cross all my T's, and probably won't get in anyway. But that's all right. That's all right. At least I gave it my best shot. So let's see, in closing, I always like to remind myself and all of you to drink your water, eat your protein, eat your fruits and veggies, get your exercise, be kind, make sure you don't settle for anything less than people being kind to you. And I hope you can get everything done today that you need to get done to set yourself up for a good and productive work week. So just enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.